Ach- Welcome again, students. The second part of this chapter. Yes, the chapter name is Transport in Animals and Plants. Okay, chapter number 11. So, we start pulse. Okay, every time the heart beats, blood is forced into arteries. The blood makes the arteries expand a little. The expansions of an artery each time the blood is forced into it. It is called a pulse. It is called a pulse. Each heartbeat generates one pulse in arteries. So, the pulse rate of a person is equal to the number of heartbeats per minute. Okay. Since the heart beats about 72 to 80 times per minute, therefore, the pulse rate of an adult person while resting is 72 to 80 per minute. Okay. The pulse is traditionally taken above the wrist. Taken above the wrist. Yeah, we usually see the doctor taking the pulse rate of patient by keeping his finger on the wrist of the patient and at the same time looking into his watch. Okay, Dr. Kahan tells by counting the pulse rate and listening to heartbeats whether a person is not well or not. Okay, is well or not. Okay, this is because the pulse rate of heartbeats change according to the condition of our heart. Okay. Of sponge and hydra. Sponge and hydra are simple animals which live in water. Sponges live mostly in seawater, whereas hydra lives in fresh water. Sponge and hydra do not have blood vessels or heart. In other words, the animals such as sponge and hydra do not possess any circulatory system. In sponge and hydras, the water brings food and oxygen as the enter their bodies. The water also carries away carbon dioxide and other waste material as it moves out of their body. Next is excretory system. Excretions in animals. Okay, so human being eat food, drink water and breathe in air. When our body uses food, water and air, it produces some unwanted substances called waste material. Okay, these waste material are toxic. Toxic means poisonous and hence they are harmful to our body. So, the waste material must be removed from the bodies so that a person may stay healthy. The removal of waste material produced in the cell of the living organism is called excretions. What is? The removal of waste material produced in the cells of the living organism is called excretions. Okay, the various waste material produced in cells of the human body are carbon dioxide, urea and sweat. Okay, lungs, kidney and sweat glands. Okay, these are the organs removal of waste material in the human body. Clear? Yes. The carbon dioxide is removed from our body by lungs during exhalations and urea is removed from the blood by kidneys. So, excretory system in humans, urea is a major waste product produced in our body. Okay. The excretory system of human beings consists of the following organs: two kidneys, two ureters and a bladder and a urethra. Okay. So, the functions of kidney is to filter the blood of remove urea. Okay. This happen as follow. Each kidney contains thousands of tiny filters called nephrons. When the blood containing urea and other waste salt passes through the nephrons in the kidney, the nephrons filter the blood and remove urea and other unwanted salt from it. Okay. Urine is stored in the bladder, and bladder is also called the urinary bladder. The urine collected in bladder is passes out from the body by regular interval throughout the opening at the end and tube called urethra. Okay, urine is a yellowish liquid which consists of 2.5% urea, 2.5% urea and salt and 95% of water. That means the 2.5% of urea and 2.5% of other salt and 95% of water. Okay. Normally being human beings passes out 1 to 18 liters 1 to 1.8 liters of urine per day, means 24 hours. Okay. Kidney failure, the normal functioning of kidney is essential for our good health. Sometimes a person's kidney may stop working due to an infection or injury. Okay, when the kidney do not work properly, they are not able to remove the waste product urea from the blood. Complete failure of kidney leads to the accumulation of too much urea in the blood of a person. Okay, urea is a toxic substance, so accumulations of the too much urea in the blood of a person can ultimately kill the person. Okay, a person having kidney failure cannot survive unless his blood is filtered periodically through kidney machines to remove urea by a procedure called a dialysis. Okay. Procedure used for cleaning the blood of a person by separating the waste product urea from it is called a dialysis. Okay. Organism or other animals. Okay. So the major excretory product of in human is urea. Other animals also excrete waste product from their body. Okay, like the way in which waste product are excreted or removed from the body of the animal depend on the availability of water to it. Okay. Aquatic animal excretes cells waste and gaseous from ammonia which directly dissolve in water. Okay, the land animals such as bird, lizard, snakes and insect excrete a white color waste called uric acid in semi-solid form. Okay, so we will now discuss the transport in plants. First is tissue. Okay, a tissue is a group of similar cells which work together to perform a particular functions. Okay, a tissue is a group of cells common embryonic origin functions together to carry out specialized activities. Hard bone, semi-solid means fat or liquid means blood. Histology is science that deals with the study of tissues. Pathologists specialized in laboratory studies of cells of tissues of diagnosis. So, vascular tissue and transport. Plants rely on a specialized tissue called a vascular tissue to transport water, nutrients and the product of photosynthesis around the around the plant. Okay, the two types of vascular tissue are xylem and phloem. Yes, plant transportations in plants. Plants need a transport system first to carry water and dissolve minerals absorbed by the roots up to the leaves, and second one to carry the food made in the leaves to all the parts of the plant including roots. The transport system in plants consists of long tubes, okay, vascular called xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem transport substance in plants. Okay. Yes, in this picture you see the vascular tissues called xylem carries water and minerals dissolved in it from the roots upward through the stem of branches up to the leaves. The water rises from the roots upward in a plant as okay, and the vascular tissues phloem carries to the food from the leaves to all the parts of a plant. The process of transpirations serves as useful function in the plants because it generates a suction force okay in xylem which can pull water from the roots up to the great height in the tall trees. Okay, stomata are tiny pores found on the surface of leaves of a plant. The opening and closing of the stomata controls the passage of gases, water vapor into and out of the leaves. For example, carbon dioxide gas enters in and oxygen gas goes out through stomata during photosynthesis, and water vapor passes out through stomata during transpirations. Okay. Yes, how water reaches from soil and xylem vessels and roots. So, transport of water and minerals in plants. Most plants secure the water and minerals they need from their roots. The path taken is soil, roots, stem and leaves, and the minerals, example calcium, okay, potassium, stable dissolved in water, often accompanied by various organic molecules supplied by our root cells. Okay. In this diagram you see water in the soil going to root here, after that going to root cortex, after that xylem and going to upward movement through the xylems, leaves and diffusions through stomata. Yes student, I hope you understand what is in this chapter. Okay.